to start with Psalm 139, known and loved. Lord, you have examined my heart and know everything about me. You know when I sit down or stand up. You know my thoughts even when I'm far away. You see me when I travel and when I rest at home. You know everything I do. You know what I'm going to say even before I say it, Lord. You go before me and follow me. You place your hand of blessing on my head. Such knowledge is too wonderful for me, too great for me to understand. I think the central message here is to trust in God and believe in yourself. We do not know what will happen next in our lives or why certain things happen to us. However, instead of questioning, it is important to remember that God has a plan for each individual, and we have to trust that everything happens for a reason. It might not be easy to understand the meaning of setbacks, but eventually a purpose becomes apparent. When I was in junior high, I got cut from the all-night team and I had been playing on in 5th and 6th grade. At first it was tough not playing with my friends and my usual teammates, but it motivated me to become a better player. That setback helped me to develop tremendously, not only as a basketball player, but also in terms of the strength of my character. In my 8th grade year, instead of playing on the all-night team, my dad coached my NJB team. I got to spend more time with my dad than I would have if I made the all-net team, and it turned out to be a far more enjoyable year for me because of that. I realized that the most important and lasting part of that season was who I spent it with. I don't now remember the specific wins and losses, but rather the small moments shared with my dad. A few weeks back, as a team, we had a tough week losing to Bellarmine and then to Sarah, and it probably seems like we could have done without those losses. However, reflecting back on those losses, we ended up learning valuable lessons from those games that we might not have learned otherwise. For example, how we need to approach and start each game with energy and intensity, and how we can dial up the focus and practice in order to prepare for the next challenge. Knowing the feeling after a hard loss, it now motivates us to make sure we are prepared, playing together, and have a purpose in mind in everything we do. It comes back to remembering that each game is a step of our journey, and we have to take a message from each step on how we can improve as a team. I hope we can all move into this day remembering that God is before us and behind us, that God has a plan for each of us, and that one setback will not define our season or our life.